Greetings. I'm still very much under the weather, but I will not let that stop me.
3 cents worth of tartar sauce could save us thousands of man-hours in labor. I like the cut of your jib, Simpson. Let the fools have their tartar sauce.
Because whoever did that singing in the rain, he had the flu when he was dancing, and it was one of the greatest performances. The steps that are in the rock, and then the regular steps. So this is, I think this is from the Wise Up channel. I think this is a boat that's upside down, and they just kind of cut into it to reveal the chambers inside. Here's some older photos. I'm becoming more convinced than ever that in the 1800s they kind of found, they found the cities, they found the structures, and then they found the equipment. They found the buildings and things. So the technology that they found, one of the things was the steam engine, I think. Like the steam trains. Because you'll see all these photos of these steam train engines that are like crashed and exploded and stuff because they're trying to figure out how it works. But this I thought was interesting. Over in France, there was a very obviously just like this really ancient building just kind of in the middle of the city. But I'm just going to spitball it here and wing it straight through this thing because I really don't have the energy to go back through and edit, so it's going to be rough. But something's better than nothing as far as I can guess right now. So I took a longer look at this area of France. It's like the western, like the Normandy area, both north and south, just on the western coast of France. And this Chateau d'Esquillemont. Now there are two. There's Esquillemont and Esquillemont. So they're not to be confused, but both fantastic buildings. I thought the writing was interesting there. It's kind of Greek. And if you look at the scale here, the doorways are so tall. And the windows are so tall. I found a lot of these buildings on the interior, the doorways are also much higher, and they lowered the threshold, but you can see the structure, how the threshold of the doorway used to be much higher in a lot of them. Now this is the building today. You're going to see some black and white pictures of photos of the building around 1900, and the little antenna things on the tops of these spires are going to be way higher tech looking than they are now. And this grounding wire that you see, that wasn't there in the past. Because if it's grounded, you can't collect the differential in the electricity. Look at the mirror. What use is a mirror that tall unless the person looking in the mirror is that tall? Honestly, there's no reason to have the mirror go up that high. They have mines. There are huge areas of France that have minefields that are impassable, and I bet you there's all kinds of mud flood stuff in there. But yeah, the whole west coast, it has this like 20-25 foot layer of mud over everything. And the cliffs were eroding so fast in the past, it's pretty obvious that the mud was put down in the recent past. These postcards are just priceless because they document how a building was, and they got sent all over the world, and no matter how hard they try to scrub something from existence, they can't capture every postcard that was sent. I thought that was interesting. AD 462. Wow. Is that the address, or is that the year it was built, or is that the year this photo was taken? Because you can't tell me that there's no way that they had any method of taking photos in the past. You know, that technology is this linear progression that becomes exponential only after the heliocentric theory was developed. That is just such nonsense. These old gates, they're everywhere, but they're just parts of buildings, parts of towns that survived the deluge. I love how in France the shutters actually work as shutters. In the United States, shutters are just phony, fake, cheap, worthless plastic window dressing. These buildings, oh yeah, look at these guys. Look at the doorways and the windows, and then look at these people. It's like, so the scale is so off. Like mini soldiers, you know. But yeah, this construction, and to build buildings like this today, it would cost $650 million. Now, something that Martin pointed out is that it's weird, but in all these older photos, the clocks always read 4:30. It's just strange. It's always 4:30, and I don't know why. Maybe that was the time that they believed it was the best to take the photograph.